Hello and welcome back to my channel, Dental Hygiene with Whitney. So you want whiter teeth. Step 1. Make sure you're a teeth whitening candidate. You are not a teeth whitening candidate if
you are currently pregnant or nursing, under 18 years old, undergoing chemo radiation, using photosensitive drugs, diagnosed with melanoma, have cracked enamel, carious lesions, cervical abrasion, and/or have dentinogenesis imperfecta or ameliogenesis imperfecta.
You may or may not be a candidate, and you should talk to a dentist beforehand if
you have anterior fillings, crowns, and/or veneers, internal staining such as tetracycline stains or fluorosis.
Also, it is always best to have clean teeth before you whiten. If you get routine cleanings every 6 months, you are fine. But if you have not had a professional cleaning in a while, call your dental office first and get a cleaning. Step 2. Determine how much time and how much money you have. Remember, time is money and money is time. There are 3 ways to whiten your teeth, and they all achieve the same result. It simply comes down to how much time you have and how much time you are willing to commit to achieve the results you are seeking. All 3 options I'm about to discuss contain peroxide. Peroxide whitens your teeth. It just depends on what concentration of peroxide the product contains to determine how long it will take. Crest white strips, smaller amount of peroxide, takes longer, still get professional results. So if you have a couple months to achieve the results you're seeking, I always recommend white strips. So as we just said, the first option is Crest white strips. They may take the longest, like a month or 2, but they are the most affordable. Sensitivity is reported case by case. It's a hit or miss. The second option is Opalescence. They have Go trays, which are semi-custom, and then you can also get professional custom whitening trays. These ones take, they can take a few weeks up to a month. They are middle ground, moderately priced. Commonly, the semi-custom Go trays and the custom trays are both known to be the least reported to cause sensitivity upon use. And the third option, in-office whitening. It's the quickest, takes 1 day, it's the most expensive, and it commonly has the most sensitivity reported. I cannot stress enough that you will achieve the same results no matter which option you use. It is just based on commitment and time dependence. So let's discuss each option further. Crest white strips. Option 1. Like we said before, they do take the longest, but they are the most affordable. They truly will give you professional whitening results. It just might take a month or 2. Application times, as well as how many days the strips should be worn, vary with different products, and these manufacturer recommendations should be adhered to for best results. Greater peroxide exposure equals greater, more rapid whitening effect. Why do treatment times differ? Because each different Crest whitening product contains a different amount of peroxide. They can vary anywhere from 6% peroxide in the classic to 10% or 14% or something on the Supreme. How long you keep them on and overall how long it will take depends on which product you buy. I love Crest white strips, and if I didn't have the next option, the custom made trays, because I got them for free, made for me in school, I would still be using Crest white strips. You can find the link on the Crest whitening strip box product that I recommend in the bottom bar if you're interested. According to this box in particular, it says to use once a day for 30 minutes. Never go over the amount of time that is recommended. It is even perfectly fine, sometimes recommended, to skip days. Like do every other day instead of every day. Also, one more tip to reduce sensitivity during whitening treatments: use a sensitive toothpaste throughout the months you will be whitening. Second option is Opalescence products. Option A is Opalescence semi-custom trays called Opalescence Go, and option B is called Opalescence Custom Trays. The best place to purchase both of these are from your dental office. However, the semi-custom trays are now apparently sold in Walmart. As I was researching this, I found them on Walmart, so that's cool. Again, both of these take a few weeks to a month usually, middle ground priced, and have the least sensitivity reported upon use. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the semi-custom Go trays. They are slightly better at fitting onto your teeth than Crest white strips due to their semi-tray formation. People sometimes like these because when they fit your teeth better, less product touches the gums, thus less sensitivity occurs on the gums. Now, the custom trays made in office, where you get the little tubes of product to put in your custom trays, these trays are 100% custom to your mouth. These custom trays require a dental office visit. They will take impressions of your teeth and make custom trays for you. Once you have the trays, they will generally have syringes of the product for you to fill into your trays yourself at home. These are what I use because we made them in school for free and they work just fine. Something important to note for all whitening products. If you lose the directions from the product you are using on how long to keep the product on your teeth, do not read someone else's directions from another whitening box. There are multiple concentrations of peroxide for each product. For example, Opalescence has 10%, 15%, 20%, and 35%, which all require a different amount of wear. Also, if you want to get even crazier and explain how tricky this stuff can get, most Opalescence products use carbamide peroxide instead of hydrogen peroxide, which, to understand the concentration comparison of carbamide versus hydrogen peroxide, you have to divide by 3. So if you're using 35% carbamide peroxide, you'll have about 12% hydrogen peroxide because you divided by 3. My point is, follow your directions on your box because sometimes it doesn't even tell you what kind of peroxide it's using and then it's gonna goof everything up. I digress. The third option to whiten your teeth is in-office whitening. The one I'm talking about is Zoom Whitening. Again, like we said, this is the quickest, one day, most expensive, the most sensitivity reported. So the only time I recommend this option is if you truly have the inability to find time at home for treatments, or if you have a wedding this weekend or something and you literally need white teeth today. I've never done this method, but basically it's a huge amount of peroxide and you're sitting in a dental chair for a huge amount of time. But it does work, it seems great. It's just, it's a lot. A lot in one day. During my Zoom whitening research, I was trying to find videos or pictures about it, and I found this really awesome YouTuber that walked us through her in-office whitening experience. So I'll put the link in this video right now somewhere, and then I'll also link her video in the bottom bar if you're interested to see what the Zoom whitening in-office is like. She seems pretty cool. Now that I've told you about the options, you determine which option you prefer to try. Maybe start with Crest white strips because you have the time and you don't want to spend too much money. Maybe try the Opalescence semi-custom trays because you are predicting you're going to have sensitivity and you don't even want to deal with anything like that. Maybe try the custom Opalescence trays because you want the convenience of a perfectly fitted tray that will help the product stay where it needs to stay. Or lastly, maybe you have a wedding this weekend and you have no time and want to get in-office professional whitening today. In the case of a wedding, call your dentist now to make an appointment, you procrastinator. In conclusion, whether you've achieved the results you've been wanting to achieve in 3 weeks instead of 4, or if your teeth start getting sensitive at the 1 hour mark and you were supposed to have them on for 4 hours, it's okay to take them off early. Please take them off early. Never push through if you're in pain, and never finish a pack just because. You can just save those other ones to use later. Which brings me to periodic retreatment. As I mentioned earlier, I use custom trays. Once I achieved the initial result I wanted a few years back, I think it took me about 4 weeks or something, I usually only whiten every 6 months, like once every 6 months, or if I have like a big event coming up, such as making a whitening video. Keep in mind that whitening could get addictive and you don't want to be dehydrating your teeth every single week for the rest of your life. Take breaks. Fun fact, for long-term storage of whitening products, keep them in the refrigerator. And lastly, these 3 whitening products that we discussed are used and recommended for the average mouth. There are other options out there for extreme cases, such as something called core whitening. On the other side of the spectrum, I'm aware of all the all-natural theories and remedies, activated charcoal whitening and oil pooling for whitening, which both sound super fun, but they are not ADA approved. And I am only including ADA approved things in my videos thus far. Maybe I'll do a fun, silly video and try and debunk one of them, or maybe they work. I don't know. At this point, there are no research studies proving that charcoal and oil pooling, that if it works or if it doesn't work, so I don't know. In that sense, I hope this video helps you. I tried real hard to be clear and organized. I hope it came through. Peace, love, and teeth. All right. Peace. All right.